Day one of the 2024 Call of Duty Champs just wrapped up, and what a day it was. This might have been one of the best Thursdays for an event that we've had in quite a while. Nearly every series was back and forth, and it's only day 1 of 4. The stage looks insane. They have it in the center, and then the crowd is just completely around it, which is made for some really cool player walkouts. But I did see that some people were pretty upset because the people who got VIP tickets were sitting right behind the players, and this is the view that they had. The cameras be in the way of everything, and it seems like the people in the fan zone ended up getting better seats.
Hey, can you say what's up for the video? What's up?
Hello, video. What's going on? Oh, yeah. Subscribe.
Hey, but some good news. We got Clayster on the desk after Scrap knocked him out of champs contention. And before the tournament started, they announced the all-star teams this year. It's just really funny that it's just all players from the top 4 teams, which just shows how top-heavy the league is right now. Hey, but this weekend is where they're going to battle it out and see who the best of the best is. And the first series started off with a bang. We had NYSL taking on Seattle Surge, and there's a little history behind this match where 04 and Sib started going back and forth on Twitter a few months ago, but it seems like NYSL usually has the upper hand in their matches. I mean, it's hard to beat this team, especially when Hydra is 16-3 through the first 3 hills. Seattle Surge still kept up this series with Hook and Abuza going big for the team, and it looked like they were going to take this first map, but NYSL had a clutch play that led to a down to the wire.
Kismet on the cutoff. He might be able to catch up 4. He does. The time's still ticking. Abuza, can he save it? No! Kismet! What a win! That is world champions in that moment, and that's going to be world champions for map 1.
But Seattle was not going to go down that easy, and in the S&D, they bounced back, taking it to a 5-5, ultimately clutching up and tying up the series. And then going into match 3 was an invasion control, and the invasion controls in this event have been back and forth, and this first match was no exception. It went to a round 5, but NYSL clutched up and ended up going up in the series. But once again, Seattle has something to prove and bounced back into game 4. And in the first series, we went to a map 5. Hey, but NYSL have been here before, and it really showed in this last match. Even though Seattle fought pretty hard, they were unable to get things done in the Karachi S&D. In this series, Hydra broke the CDL series kill record, dropping 122 kills. But what's even crazier than that is Abuza dropped 122 kills as well. I mean, this match was truly back and forth and was a great series to start the day, and the second series would not disappoint either. We had Miami Heretics matching up against FaZe, and in the player introductions, both of the teams got booed by the OpTic crowd. They're in Texas, so the OpTic team is going to get gassed up this week, and it might actually help them going forward. But despite being booed and the crowd chanting FU Draza, FaZe came out swinging, taking the first map with Simp and Celium leading the charge. And then going into the invasion S&D, Miami shocked everyone, and FaZe's S&D struggles continue. But with the series being tied, they went back to invasion to play control, and once again this went to a round 5. And after this win, Simp had to let him know, and he started chirping in game chat.
Abizi blowing things up. 2 now on the point. Simp dials in another, and FaZe survive.
FaZe was just starting to heat up, and it's hard to stop them when they're moving like this. Ended up taking the Karachi hardpoint, and I think Simp roared after this. I don't know what was he doing here. Bro was so hyped. Tiny Terrors are looking to get a chip, so we'll see if they can get it done. And the third series out of the day was probably the best one in my opinion. I predicted this before the match began. I just had a feeling after I saw the walkouts, and what a series it was. Map 1 on the 6-star hardpoint set the tone for the rest of the series, alongside Ghosty, who has been everything for this team. 35 kills that game with 1 minute and 42 seconds in the hill, and continues to lead this team. It's honestly pretty incredible to watch. It's only his 2nd year in the league.
It might be the very best listening we've had the LA Thieves have all year, and it might be their map as well. Full control.
Ultra responded in a pretty dominant way. This game had to be no longer than 5 minutes. They 6-0'd LA Thieves, and Scrap was going crazy. And even though Crump went huge for them in map 1, map 2 was just a completely different story. He had a donut, and yeah, Ultra was letting him know. That's pretty rough. But he wasn't going to let one bad map determine the rest of his tournament. And LA Thieves somehow won this invasion control after Ghosty did this.
Anyone there? Yes, Scrap finds an opening. Forward he go. Nasty on the crossfire. No, another kill. Onto the point though, it's Ghosty. Shotzi, last man. Oh my God!
But Toronto Ultra started bouncing back in the map 4. They were not trying to go to the losers bracket, and they started going up by 100 points, and scrap was starting to get loud. But we've seen this before. Unfortunately, Toronto Ultra just completely broke down, and LA Thieves had an incredible comeback on the Rio hardpoint with the biggest upset of the day, taking out one of the top 4 teams and sending them to losers bracket. But I have to say, man, shout out to Ghosty. It was the only player that went positive on his team. They move on in the winners bracket, and they played the winner of OpTic versus LAG, which was truly the only series that wasn't really close today. OpTic had a really difficult major 4. It was bad, man. It was bad for OpTic. But in this first series, they looked like they were getting back into form. It's honestly pretty cool that LAG made it to champs, but in their first matchup against OpTic, they did not show up. It's difficult to do when Shotzi's diving around the map, and OpTic started getting loud after map 1.
Need to find a way to break on in, but there's just not enough members alive. And OpTic are going to take back number 1.
The crowd was behind them, and they even got louder for this 1v2 from Shotzi.
20 seconds on the clock. Trade from Shotzi. Needs to get the bomb, though.
Rookie. Flames trying to make the play for his team to potentially go up 3-0, but that bomb is already down, and Shotzi has worked his way on out. Great movement, but 66 HP. Flames gets the info.
Shotzi, though, repositions. Back to safety off the regen. Where has Flames gone? Flames, here he goes on the move. Still has no idea where Shotzi's position falls off the high ground. And Shotzi finds the win from backside tower.
They were just gaining momentum, and in the Karachi control, they were just looking unstoppable. LAG had no answer for them, and it was a strong start to COD Champs for the OpTic Texas squad. Hey, we'll see if they can keep this up going forward. It would be pretty insane for the whole storyline of OpTic, and ultimately day 1 was phenomenal. Like, this was probably one of the best first days of a tournament that I've watched personally in quite a while. Usually the matches on the first day, like, I don't even watch them that much, and some of them are really boring, to be honest, but these ones you could feel the energy through the screen, and I know it's hyping up the players every single match. So it's going to be a great weekend of COD Champs. After winners round 1, day 2 is going to consist of 2 losers bracket matches and 2 winners bracket matches. So Miami is going to play Surge in the losers bracket first, then Ultra will play LAG, and then in the winners bracket side of things, LAT will face up against OpTic, which will be really interesting. FaZe will match up against NYSL, which is also a match with a lot of history to it. Let me know what you think about day 1 in the comments, and who do you think is taking home the gold? I said it in one of my shorts that I posted. I think OpTic has a really solid chance of making it. So that's it. Day 1's officially a wrap. If you like this video, feel free to subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Until then, peace.